All right. What's up, everybody? It's Mystic Kai here, and the game is eveonline. I want to say hello to everybody in chat and on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. The goal of today's activity is to learn how to haul as a solo player. So that means no secondary account, just by yourself, a single account, right? This is probably going to be broken up into a few videos, but other than that, we're on the road to 100. If you are here and you enjoy the content, I'm glad you're here and giving me your time. Otherwise, let's jump right into the setup here. It's a little bit of a weird format because hauling is not as straightforward as any other activity in the game. So, before you even decide to haul, you have to have a idea of where you want to go. We are currently in Pay, the solar system in Pay. Let's show that on the map. Just to give you an idea, I've plotted a route through low-sec, so we're going to cover traveling through low-sec, and null-sec, so we're going to travel through null-sec as well. Before you actually decide, hey, I'm going to bring a ton of slow-moving ships, some industrial ships loaded with all my goodies into these locations, don't just do that. There are 3 steps you have to make. You have to know about your locations window. So if you press the L key, locations will pop up, right? That's when you're docked. And then you want to figure out your bookmarks hotkey. That's going to be Control B. You can only do so out in space. So let's undock. So before you decide to do anything, if you press the L key, it brings up your locations. You can leave that box open and set it right above your overview. We're going to leave it here for the duration of the video so you guys can see what I'm doing. And then if you were to bookmark, you have to figure out how to bookmark. So you're going to press Control B, and a window like this is going to pop up. Let's just label this test so you can see. And you have 3 options: for it to never expire, for it to expire in 2 days, or to expire in 3 hours. I leave it on never for areas in space I'll continuously use. If for the sake of a hauling video, you're gonna set it on never. You're gonna hit submit. Let me darken this. Okay, so as you can see, test has shown up in my locations box, and its expiry is never, right? So that's why this is important. Let's remove that. And I already have a tack for the next gate we're going to. So you're going to get into a shuttle, set your destination, and as you warp, we're going to hit jump and Control B, have the box open. Type in the label you want it to appear. So for the sake of the video, we're going to call it STAC, because the name of the gate is Sagain, and attack is just personal flavor. We're going to warp to Sagain, and before we land, once we're within 14 astronomical units, that's important, we are going to hit submit. So let's do that. Warping or jump. Yeah, let's warp. So you're going to watch the astronomical units. Currently we're at 32. As soon as it hits 14 or 13, you hit submit. Okay, so we made a safe tack off of this gate. Okay, so let's warp back to that tack, and I'll explain why we made that in the first place. We have a Naga sitting on gate, so that'll be great for to show you guys why. All right, so we're at S-tack, the place in space that we have saved on our locations. We are going to bring up the directional scanner. Okay. What you need to do to open up the scanners is in your HUD, scanners, click and Alt+D, or click the one that says directional scanner. This window will pop up. You're going to narrow the angle here down to 15 degrees. And every time you hit scan or click V, or hit V on your keyboard, it's going to tell us that nobody's sitting on that gate. We'll leave that there for the duration of the video. Okay, so we know nobody's on gate. We're going to jump gate. Okay, so we are now going from high sec to low security space. All right, so I have tax already saved. If this is your first time, we're going to pretend this is our first time too. We're going to hit Control B and type in a label for the next gate. It's semi near, so I'm going to write Sam++. All right, since we're in a shuttle, and this is a dry run, this whole article, this whole video is set on building your trade route. So we're just going to hit jump. If we lose our shuttle, we're not worried. We're in a clean pod, so we're not going to lose anything if we die. We're waiting for that to hit 14 or less, and we're going to hit submit. All right, so we have SAM++ in our locations window. We're going to repeat this all the way to our destination. Okay, now with less talking, more doing. All right, with more enthusiasm. All right, the next gate is a low. We're in low sec still. The next one is null security space. We're within 4 AUs. We still want to make that safe spot. We'll call this F7++. And as quick as we can, as soon as we're within like 2 astronomical units, we will submit that location in space. Warping, paying attention. It happens quick. Done. All right. Okay. The next gate is the same as before. We're going to control B. We'll call this Z++. and hit jump. Since it's less than 14 astronomical units away, we're going to hit it at 3.5, roughly. We're going to try. All right, I was slow, but that's okay. We're still astronomical units away from both gates. We're creating very lazy safe spots. There's Victor, the Naga from before. Let's see if he wants to get some. Just kidding. We're in the shuttle. Okay, 77 astronomical units away. ATAC. So we're going to control B. A++. We're going to hit jump. Now, once we get down to 14 AUs or less, we're going to hit submit. Getting closer. And there we go. A++ location made. Okay, I think we've got a good grasp on how to make locations, and now we're going to learn a little bit more about dscan. I've already got locations and space saved off of each of these gates. For the moment, we're going to see how it's executed. Okay, so once you're in the next area of space, you're going to warp to the location you've made. Okay. So we're not going to land on gate. We're going to assume there's a bunch of hostiles that want a piece of us. And so instead of warping or jumping gate, we're going to warp to our safe spot. Once you're within range of 14 astronomical units, 14.3, your directional scanner here. This is where this tool comes in play. You hit scan or use the V key, and you read what is on gate. If there's nothing on gate, you're free to proceed to jump the gate. 99% of the time. So let's jump gate. Alrighty. Let's say in this next area there are a bunch of hostiles as well. We're going to pretend the neutral in here really wants a piece of us. So my next gate is 5J. I've already set up a location in space. I'm going to warp to my location instead of the gate. I'm going to hit scan. Okay, the neutral in system is not on gate. All right. Well, maybe when you're doing this, a few hostiles jumped through the gate. That's where you call it quits. You're going to log off in space, or you're going to cloak up. Or you're going to show information on the gate that you're interested in jumping. When we're looking at this gate, it shows us average level of capsuleer violence detected. That means nothing is really going on in system. I promise you. And it also reads low traffic reported in destination system. So there's nobody in the next system for the most part. Generally safe to jump through. So we will. Now, if this read moderate levels, we would not jump. If this read medium traffic, you could risk it, but it depends on how much you're willing or how much you're moving and if you're willing to lose it all. All right. And so on and so forth.